I do. I dance. Why I do it? Because it makes me feel free. Gives me joy. I love what I do. It's just something that I've done always, and since I was a little girl, I've grown up dancing. I really didn't think of anything else. I was very focused. I knew that I wanted to be a dancer, and here I am. I'm dancing my way through life. Yeah.
And how did you start?
How did I start? I started out with classical. I did Bharatnatyam. So my mom and dad, they really pushed me and they wanted me to go for music lessons, for dance lessons. So that's how I started. And ever since I was a very like a small little girl, my sister used to like dance with me, and that feeling of joy that stayed with me, and I clung onto it, and yeah, so yeah, that's how it started, and then I moved on to learning styles like ballet, contemporary, and then there was no looking back. I explored martial arts, I explored chow, I explored kalari,
So all
yoga.
sort of dance forms.
Yeah, so whatever helped make my body more conscious, more transparent, whatever helped me understand movement more deeply. I do contemporary. I dance contemporary. That's what I enjoy doing, and that's what contemporary is now. What's happening now? So that's the beauty of it. Is
Living in the
there's
moment.
an element of abstraction, and it's very free flowing. It helps me question the world around me. It helps me find answers to those questions. It's I think it's beautiful. Whatever I've learned, everything comes together. That's also something that I love about this form. It
Contemporary
gives you the
dance.
freedom to use all sorts of dance forms, bring all your experiences, everything comes together. And yeah, that's what contemporary is to me.
You just look so happy while describing dance in
Yeah.
general.
Oh yeah, I
love
do?
it. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
How did your childhood influence what you are today?
So my childhood it was very happy. I was this one naughty kid. I had two personalities. I was this naughty kid at home and in my neighborhood, and in school I was this proper, very disciplined. I won't talk much, and because I was so like into myself in school, whenever I used to come home, I used to dance and used to really help me, let go and release and dance. I used to dance every day, every evening I would dance. So my parents, I would make them sit and watch me dance, and they really encouraged me. And yeah, so these little memories, these little experiences made my childhood like really fun and free, and I was so carefree, and dance was that friend that I had all the time with me. So even in my teens and whatever breakups and whatever, dance was something that I used to fall back on. I would like just dance it all out, and yeah, so it was a beautiful release.
Did you take any professional classes to learn?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But you were also doing it by yourself on the side.
So no, professional training was always on, but yes, the forms kept changing.
Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't even 18 when I went abroad to learn styles like ballet, because at that time in Chandigarh there was hardly any training and there was no exposure at all. So yeah, I moved abroad. I went to this school where there were lots of dance styles, so which really helped me explore my vocabulary and build on my vocabulary. This people are more aware, because now of course there's social media and there's those, when I was growing up there was nothing in that sense. I mean, yeah, you would like watch I just had these two musical those tapes VHS tapes, And I used to watch them on repeat, like My Fair Lady and Mary Poppins. That was my exposure growing up, you know. And now, like, everything is out there. So of course people know, like, and there are reels. So yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
and I agree. And when you now, when you create your dance pieces, where do you get the inspiration from?
Inspiration is everywhere. I mean, yeah, literally everywhere. There's
Everywhere.
beauty and whatever inspiration all around us, and you just have to be open to receive it. There are times when like everything just flows. There are times when the body only knows how to move, where to move, what to do. Um, your eyes, what your visual, what you're perceiving in that moment. So for me, actually, like when I'm dancing and I'm doing an improv session, I'm just open to everything, and I let it come, and I let it like
Just flow.
yeah.
And you mentioned that you started with classical,
Yeah.
then you moved on to ballet, and then now currently you're doing contemporary dance. How important is change in an artist's life?
Change is super important for a person like me. It's super important. It keeps me going. I don't like the feeling of being stuck. I know my body knows, and then my body says, "Hey, Puneet, move." Even if it's just like getting out of the room, doing something that
As simple as walking?
gives me as simple as walking. Just like get out and do something. I've always been like that. I love it. I like
Movement.
being stimulated by different things.
Puneet, tell me, how do you manage creative blocks?
Change is one thing that helps me. Change of place. That's really good.
When you say change of
for a-
place, what do you mean by that?
So I go wherever. I will go to Dharamshala a lot. That helps me. I read a book. I'll watch a show. I let it be. I don't take stress. I understand. Okay, this is not the time when I don't feel like creating anything or doing anything, and that's okay. That's you can't be performing at that level or whatever, at that
All the
space
time.
all the time.
Yes.
It keeps changing, so it's fine. I don't take pressure. Why?
That is such a nice thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people need to know about this, like we're just not aware of it.
Yeah, step back, watch it, it'll go. It's come and it's gonna go. That's the nature of it. Yeah.
And do you have any overwhelming moments?
When I perform, and when the production is a success, and when people receive it well, and if I feel that a performance or whatever, even if a video, if people like it, if I like it, it's overwhelming. There are moments when I'm dancing, when I'm teaching. There's so many beautiful moments that are created all the time when you're dancing and you're performing, when you're directing. When sometimes it's your student. That student feels, it's so rewarding if the student is feeling, if I'm able to touch the life of that
Exactly.
student, whatever, if change or help or whatever. So yeah, it's good.
Have you ever cried after a performance?
Oh, I have.
Yeah?
It's those hours or those 1 or 2 days after a performance. There's this surge of there's energy. It's a very different feeling, and I love it. I think that's why I perform. It feels like you're operating on some other level only. It's beautiful, and and I cry like like that.
Oh God,
Love
that is
crying.
so nice. What advice would you what advice would you give to somebody who wants to, you know, pursue the same profession? Like imagine a younger child.
Advice. I feel that kids these days don't like stick to one thing. So if you really like doing something, I mean, okay, do 10 things, but help the child pick those 2 things that you feel that the child is enjoying, and let them stay with it, because it needs a certain discipline. These
Oh, yeah,
these styles,
definitely.
these forms. Everything that you do needs a certain discipline, a certain number of hours, that dedication, that perseverance,
Patience.
patience. So that is important. Don't like keep hopping so fast. Like,
In this fast-paced world, like, you know, in the world where we are just looking at reels constantly and, you know, we're comparing ourselves to each other, what advice would you give to an artist, like, you know, like maybe who's just starting out, maybe who's in the middle of it, maybe who has had a taste of success but just struggling to, you know, like just maintain that? What advice would you give to an artist in general?
well, I'm no one to give advice, but I would just say, like, be consistent. I mean, stay with it. It's okay. It's fine. There'll be phases when you feel like, oh wow, I'm on top of the world, I'm killing it, and then there'll be phases maybe after 2 years, 3 years down the line, you feel really. And then also in this day and age, there's so much, because of these reels, there's so much comparison. You're all the time comparing. I read this really interesting line in a book that I was reading recently, that success lives in other people's heads. Success is not yours. So I think that is that's really cool. And yeah, just your heart will know. You know, if you're doing something good, you're on the right track. You would know, dude.
And on that note, what's your idea of success?
Idea of success.
Yes.
Idea of success. It keeps changing, to be honest.
That's okay. That's okay.
Is to be like, right now, is to be able to like be at peace with myself, with my thoughts, and if the day goes by, aram se, is nice. It's success. You know, like it's changed.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, tomorrow if you meet me, I'll say, oh, my next production, there has to be like a really like a nice successful one. So yeah, it like really changes every day. हो जाएगा यार, गाड़ी भी आएगी, घर भी आएगा, सब हो जाता है, मैंने देखा है. चलते रहो राह पे, हो जाएगा यार.
You just have to just
यही है, चलते जाओ,
Flow, yeah.
चलते जाओ.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.